Hey, Victoria. Glad you finally made it. I was afraid I was going to be on my own.
15 seconds.
15 seconds.
Hey, you know I wouldn't let you down. It's just been one of those mornings. I just hope this goes well.
Oh, you'll be fine. If anything does go wrong, I've got your back.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Good morning. Today is Monday, January 31st. I'm Nicholas Williams.
And I'm Victoria Kennedy. This is KBM Morning News at 8.
The alarm sounded late last night at the downtown TriStar Bank. But when police arrived, no one was found on the scene. Investigators say the thief apparently scaled the wall and broke in through the roof. As much as $75,000 has been reported stolen.
Authorities are reviewing the overnight surveillance footage, but have not reported any findings so far.
Nicholas, you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, what happened out there? You just fell apart on that first story and you never did seem to pull it back together.
I don't know. I'm sorry. I just...
Hey, tomorrow's a big day. It's the first day of sweeps and I really need you to be on top of your game. So why don't you just take the rest of the day off?
Okay, thanks.
Then I'll see you in the morning. Hey, and I'll try to get here a little early.
Looks pretty bad. You want me to go ahead and pull it around?
Sure, thanks.
That'd be fine. All right, thanks a lot. We'll see you. Good morning, sir. How are you?
I'm pretty good. I'd be a little better if my truck wasn't burning up, though.
Well, that looks bad. What's the problem?
You tell me. I was just driving home from work and smoke started pouring out from under the hood.
You been here before?
Yeah, I just had it in last week.
Okay, what's your name?
Nicholas Williams.
I think I found the problem. You want to come take a look?
Yeah, sure.
It's been running way too hot. See how the cylinder head is cracked?
Yeah, I see it.
I'd say it's cracked because radiator isn't cooling the engine. It's more than likely it's a thermostat problem, but now that you've gotten it so hot, we're going to have to replace that cylinder head too. Cylinder heads run high.
Hold up. Did you say this is a radiator problem?
I'd say that's where it all started.
Well, I had this in here a week ago. You said it was a radiator then too, but you were supposed to have fixed this.
Okay, I remember this one. You were in here for a busted radiator hose. This time I'm pretty sure it's a thermostat though.
Okay. How much did you say this is going to cost?
I'd say it's going to run you somewhere around 500.
500? Look, I don't have $500 to spend on this. I had it in here a week ago. I thought you'd taken care of it.
You can keep driving it like that if you want to, but it's going to keep smoking.
Having trouble?
Yeah, you know, just been one of those mornings.
Well, hey, I have an hour for lunch. You want to come?
Yeah, that sounds great.
So, how's your day off been?
Well, all I've really done so far is deal with the truck. It is really messed up. I just hope I can figure it out myself.
Do you know anything about engines?
Not a thing. I can't afford a mechanic, though.
Yeah. So what was up with you at work today? Nicholas?
Okay, I know this is gonna sound dumb, but you know the robbery on the news this morning?
Yeah.
The way everything happened, which bank it was, him scaling the wall and climbing in through the roof, I dreamed about it last night.
About a bank robbery?
About that bank robbery. Everything was the same.
So you had a dream about a bank robbery and there just happened to be one the next day. Robbery is a pretty common crime, Nicholas.
I know, I guess you're right. So many things seem to line up, though. It just seemed weird to me.
Weird things happen in dreams, Nicholas. Just because something happened like a dream you had doesn't mean anything.
I know, I guess I'm just being dumb.
No, it's not dumb. It is kind of weird.
Hey, Nicholas.
Wow. When did you get this?
Just drove it off the lot.
I like it. It's nice. I bet it wasn't cheap.
Well, we'll get his money if you can't spend it, right? My other car was giving me too much trouble.
Yeah, I know how that feels.
Problems with your truck?
Yeah.
Well, I'd help you out with it, but it looks like you know more what you're doing than I would. If you need to ride into work tomorrow, just let me know. I'm right down the street.
All right. It should be drivable. I appreciate it, though.
Tomorrow's a big day, so just make sure you make it in one way or another. Call me if you need me.
This just in, investigators have released a clip of surveillance footage from the TriStar bank robbery that occurred last night. Authorities say the intruders scaled the wall of the bank with a grappling hook and somehow broke in through the roof. If you have any information, please contact the sheriff's office at 465-34.
Drop it.
Yes, I need to report a crime. There's going to be a fire at the Mini Mechanic Shop downtown. No, listen, you've got to trust me. I saw the same guy who robbed the bank the other night.
Downtown Minute Mechanic Shop was all but ashes when they arrived on the scene. The cause of the fire is still officially undetermined. Authorities say arson is suspected.
Unbuckled seatbelts are being blamed for passenger injuries on board a jetliner over Japan today. Police say more than 3 dozen people were hurt when a Taiwanese jetliner ran into sudden turbulence on approach to Tokyo.
What's going on? You've put our reputation on the line. You missed the entire morning report. It's sweeps week, Nicholas.
I'm sorry.
I don't care if you're sorry. This is unacceptable.
Unacceptable? This is the only time I've been late in 2 years. You can't jump all over me for one mistake.
We're being evaluated by the network. I tried to be understanding yesterday, but today things are different.
You done yet?
Look, I'm not going to let you pull me down. I know you need this job. I know what kind of financial situation you're in. But this network cannot function without reliable anchors. And right now, I can't seem to rely on you. You better start sleeping at night and getting here ready and on time. I won't put up with anything else. I don't care if you're sorry. This is unacceptable. I won't put up with anything else.
Just drove it off the line. Well, we'll get his money if you can't spend it, right? If you need to ride into work tomorrow, just let me know. I'm right down the street.
I tried to be understanding yesterday, but today things are different. You better start sleeping at night!
Nicholas?
Sorry, you scared me.
What's the matter with you?
I had another dream.
Nicholas, you just lost your job.
You don't understand. I dreamed about the fire.
What are
It
you
happened.
talking
It's the
about?
same thing as
Nicholas,
before.
you just got fired. Look, at some point you're gonna have to stop worrying about these dreams and start worrying about what's real.
You tell me what's real. Was the fire real? What about the bank robbery? Was that real?
Nicholas,
Don't
don't yell.
understand. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm confused and I'm taking it out on you.
Victoria, you're on in 5 minutes.
Can we talk about this later?
Yeah, I'll come by after work.
You have one message. Message 1.
This is Keith Thompson from the FBI. This call is regarding the crime you reported this morning. You mentioned the connection between the arson last night and the robbery the night before last. We stopped by your house earlier today, but you weren't home. We really need to get in contact with you for more information, so as soon as you get this message, give us a call. If we don't hear back from you soon, expect another visit.
Tuesday, 3:12 p.m. End of messages.
Oh, hey.
Are you okay?
Yeah, come on in.
So, let's talk.
All right. When I told you yesterday, I know how
It only makes sense that it was coincidence. But then, last night, I saw the security footage from the robbery. Just everything. There's no way it was coincidence. Then, in my dream last night, I saw him go by outside. He just went ahead and lit a match. The next thing I know, I wake up here on the couch, see the news about the fire. I'm not making this up, Victoria.
I know, Nicholas. I trust you. It just doesn't seem possible.
I've been trying to figure this out all day. The only thing I can come up with is that I'm actually there when it happens.
So you think you might actually be following this guy? Like it's not even a dream?
Maybe. Okay. What would you do if right now I jumped up in the air and started flying around the room? You'd think you were dreaming. Something outrageous happens, and your mind doesn't want to believe it, so you just pass it off as a dream.
Okay.
If that's the case, the only thing I don't understand is why there are parts I can't remember. Like what happens after the crime, how I get back here. And here's the biggest thing. You see this lamp right here?
Yeah.
I knocked it over last night. I opened those blinds, and I opened that drawer. Then when I woke up this morning, it was like none of it had ever happened.
Maybe you just don't remember changing everything back.
Right. Victoria, this is going to sound crazy. But I think our boss is the person committing these crimes.
What? There's no way.
I know it's hard to believe, but I saw him yesterday at the mechanic shop, and he was really mad about something. Then last night I see a guy walking past my house carrying a gas jug. It makes sense, he lives right down the street. Yesterday, he buys a brand new car right after the bank robbery. I mean, everything sure seems to point to him.
Nicholas, those things could just be coincidence.
I know they could be coincidence, but that's what we said yesterday, too. How many things can we keep passing off as coincidence?
I just don't know.
Because I can't pass this off as coincidence anymore.
So what are you gonna do?
Just turn him in the morning, I guess. I'll tell the police what I know and let them take care of it. It's not like I have to worry about losing my job.
Be careful.
Don't.
It was like he separated himself from his morals. Almost like when he had that mask on, his conscience was shut off.
It's been almost 2 years since Nicholas came to me. He had just left the military, something to do with special ops, and he needed a job. He was never late, always prepared, so organized and consistent. But then in his last few days at work, his performance was lacking.
He started telling me about these dreams he was having, about how he was dreaming crimes before they happened. It didn't make any sense, but I didn't think he would lie to me. I guess he realized I wasn't going to buy his story, so He changed it and tried to blame it all on my boss.
Nicholas was the type who never let anything get to him. But when I approached him about his job performance, he just exploded. I had no choice but to fire him on the spot. He didn't say anything when he left. And I didn't see him again until that night.
I just thought, our boss? There's no way. But Nicholas seemed so convinced. I just decided to see for myself. So I went back to their street that night. Right after I pulled up, I heard gunshots from inside my boss's house, and I called the police. I didn't know what else to do, so I just sat there and waited.
He froze. He just stood there, staring outside. But then out of nowhere, he jolted backwards and started stumbling all over the room. It was like he'd gone insane. I grabbed my gun and got it loaded, but he grabbed it from me and kind of twirled it around, and then he threw it out the door. I remember going after it, but then everything went black.
I could see my boss laying in his doorway. I didn't know what was going on. I got out of my car and made my way closer to the house. Then I saw Nicholas knock him out. There was a gun on the ground next to me, but when I reached for it, he threatened to shoot me. I hesitated at first, but then he seemed distracted or something and went ahead and grabbed it. I really thought he was going to shoot me, so I pulled the trigger. I didn't know it was Nicholas. I don't think I could have done it if I had known. He lied to me. He tried to make me believe his stories, but it was all some kind of cover. Something inside of me still wants to believe that it wasn't him. But it was. It was like he separated himself from his morals. Almost like when he had that mask on, his conscience was shut off.